up, YouTube? Welcome to the vlog, the weekly vlog that we call
10 toes in when we standing on business.
It's also gonna kind of be the Monday Nitro pickups for this month, November. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Don't forget to join us November 2nd if you're catching this the day the video came out. We're gonna be doing our charity live stream. Yes, Lester made fun of me on my last video because I misspelled charity. I have dyslexic tendencies. I've talked about it before. Non-diagnosed. Undiagnosed. I think I'll make a standalone video talking about that. Storytime with Queen 8. But on today's vlog, did I make a deal with Scarface for some video games? More money, more games, more opportunities. And just because I make a parody of you does not mean I hate you. Clarifying my position. Before we get into anything, thank you to everybody who comments in the comments below. I already said it on the last video. This vlog is kind of coming out 2 vlogs this week. Check out that video for all the names that I thanked people for commenting in the comments below. Want to know what happened in the week of life today? I talked about it in the previous vlog, how I got shoes from the grocery store and I made my grade 8 basketball team, and then Ian came along and just, "Hey, what you gonna do?" Check out the last vlog. It's really funny stuff. But let's get into it. The state of the video game collection, the state of the horde, as we call it here on Thriftdweller. The name of the game still stays the same. The mission is unchanged. We are, what is it? Posting and purging. The goal to get the Polaris slingshot by my 41st birthday. The true 40s for me. My midlife crisis that I'm not having. The Polaris slingshot is an auto cycle. It's like a Mario Kart car that I want to buy by my next birthday with funds that I get from slimming my collection. Right now, it's really funny. The bank account is like at zero. Why? Because we're reinvesting, we're flipping, we're finding opportunities out in the wild, and it's something I wanted to touch upon in this part of the video. Something I talked about in the last vlog, but I want to kind of explore it and unpack it more. Where this whole, what do you call it, concept of the more money that I'm making, it's like the more opportunities that I'm finding. And what really helped me understand this better was kind of the contrast of it, where I was operating for more of like a brokey mindset, where everyone else is finding all these awesome deals, and here I am sitting on my like mountain of video games. My gaming funds were low, and I wasn't finding as many deals as like everyone else seems to be finding, right? But the more I was selling things, the more I just seemed to find things where deals kind of fell into my lap. And I don't believe it's like this magical, the secret thing. The law of attraction is bringing these deals to me. It's just, what would you call it? Like an unconscious mindset? Where because I have the ability to do things, I'm finding the opportunities to. Where before, when I was a brokey collector, my mind was just shut off to finding these things. Even if they come across my face, I'll probably miss it. The main advantage, I think, to having a lot of funds is this is not just for resellers who are trying to get money. This is for anyone who wants to be a collector and wants to like up their video game collection. Having that reserved funds, it gives you the ability to play with deals more. Like I find there's my main source right now that I'm getting deals on is Facebook Marketplace. And the one tactic I'll use is I'll look at, like, somebody has a pretty good listing for a pretty good price. I'll look at everything else that they're selling, and because I have a lot of funds at my disposal, I can make like bulk deals, and people tend to give you better deals when you're buying a lot off of them. Scarface gave me a good deal the other day where I have the ability to go see 3 deals, and I literally will ask 50% of what they're asking for, but over 3 listings. It's worked a few times already. I don't think this is a new discovery. I'm sure a lot of people have been doing this since the beginning. It's kind of something I wish I was doing instead of just sitting on everything. Was kind of flipping and playing with the collection a bit. Where now you'll just take what you want from that and you'll flip the rest. CJR comes to mind. He's been doing that for probably, I don't know, years now. He's made a really massive video game collection that he brags about was free. Where I have perhaps a massive video game collection that I paid for. It's like that saying, you gotta stay business ready for business. From the fantastic, the classic cinematic masterpiece, fighting.
And if we lose, you know we get nothing. You get that, right?
Can you believe that man discovered vortices and he was War Machine? Almost. So do I regret the way I've been collecting video games for the past decade and not implementing this whole flipping strategy that a lot of other people have been doing? I don't like to say I have regrets in life. Everything happens for a reason. If you believe in like the butterfly effect, I'm here where I'm supposed to be because of what happened, right? The best thing you can do is just kind of learn from the past going forward. Perhaps a lesson I can teach my son to live a better life. When you're collecting games, son, keep what you want, flip the rest. And I think the greater lesson to be learned here, for me anyways, is I don't want to say I'm a victim, but I'm like a result, a consequence of collecting without a purpose. You know, no rhyme, no reason, just buying. Hoarding. I was a hoarder, I can say it now. I still am kind of a hoarder. But just buying things without like a plan, buying things without a purpose, no overarching like main goal for my collection, you just end up with a lot of stuff. Perhaps the majority of it you don't even truly love or appreciate. That's why I made the rules for my video game collection, which will be a standalone video. So what I would say is that don't be afraid to sell things that you don't want. Get the Greg Games actually made a video about this. Suspiciously after I made a video talking about him, Mr. Gaming Guns.
We could go ban for ban.
I love that guy's channel. Watch his videos. I'll link him in the description below. But he started talking about these topics of people who are afraid to sell what they collect for FOMO. Maybe they're going to miss out. They're going to regret selling it later on. I think at the end of the day, if you're not afraid to let things go, you'll have a better collecting experience and your collection will be more meaningful to you. Instead of just a pile of empty secrets. Was that the quote from Castlevania? I forget now. Pile of miserable secrets?
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Let me know in the comments below. Did I get it right? I also wanted to clarify my position in my last video. It may seem like I was hating on a lot of resellers, if not resellers themselves. Perhaps people thought I was calling out other resellers. So I wanted to set the record straight. Absolutely not. I'm kidding. I think because I was like making, not want to say making fun, parodying some other channels that I've seen on YouTube, some other resell channels, I think people got the impression that I was calling them out. Not necessarily. Just because I'm making fun or I'm parodying something does not mean I'm criticizing it or I'm condemning it or saying that I hate it. Yes, I do question sometimes people's motives, their legitimacy when they say they love retro video game collecting and they happen to be selling. When, you know, you watch their channel, there's a disproportion to how much they collect and how much they're overwhelmingly selling from their barn. It almost seems forced or obligatory to put in to their those channels that I'm mentioning how much they love retro video game collecting, how they have a personal collection. They're not just selling to you, they love it too. See? I do question how legitimate that is. I question their motives. Are they interjecting that because it is true and they do love game collecting? Are they doing it because they want to have a different type of content on their channels as opposed to just like selling all the time and the numbers is more entertaining for their channel? Are they doing it to seem more amicable to their clientele? I don't know. Who am I to judge? At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, it's just my opinion, and it's irrelevant, to be honest. Right? It doesn't matter it shouldn't matter to them. It doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, I just accept resellers as part of the hobby that we have today. It just exists. It is there. It's like being mad at it is being mad at the weather. You know, Queen 8 shakes his fist at the clouds. And just because you don't agree with somebody on one topic doesn't mean you hate them, doesn't mean that they're a bad person, right? I feel like there's a lot of that going on in the world today, so I'm not trying to call hate to other people's channels. If somebody had a YouTube channel just talking about the business of selling,
they're nice.
Monday Nitro pickups, let's do it. This is the Monday Nitro pickups for the month of November.